everyone, this is Josh Irby. It is the Irby Vinyl Hour, and I wanted to go over a few things. So recently, I noticed that the last month and a half or so, and honestly through most of 2020 with my Reviewer Beware projects, and as a creator, I have gone very silent, very quiet. I understand it's been a terrible habit. I've had a lot of problems. There's some explanations though. I've been working on some mental health issues. I've been working on moving out and getting organized, trying to deal with the stress of my job, which I am trying to leave. But I wanted to get through it for once and post a video and talk about some of my recent experiences in life. So I saw, first off, on the 28th of August, I saw Descendants Rise Against at Northern Lee Island in Chicago. Definitely highlights one of the crappiest things about me is that I need to do a much better job getting video because I get too lost in the performances and sometimes I don't want to take my phone out. I feel like I'm stuck in 1996 sometimes where everyone didn't have their phones, you know. And I'm not against the era of having your phone and filming a little bit in concerts within reason. It's just, I sort of have a stubborn mindset where if I'm going to a concert and paid for, I want to have the level of just experiencing it because the memories are for me. I paid for the memories in my head, and I have to accept that even if I get video and even if I get film, memories aren't going to be there forever. So let's start with the best thing that happened during this entire month. Yeah, there you go. Let me get a good view of this bad boy. Look at that. Yes, my sister Jessica, who is a queen, drew the original design. She based it off my Audio-Technica vinyl with all the knobs, the plastic cover, and the music notes and the swirls were through Craig, who is my mom's boyfriend, which she doesn't like to use the word boyfriend, which it's her boyfriend. It's her boyfriend. My mom is a beautiful soul who doesn't want to use words like boyfriend because she still blushes at near 60. She is the most important role model of my entire life. She deserves it. Call me your man, queen, if you're watching this. Honestly, a lot of issues I have had recently have been helped through music, and after getting the tattoo, which represents my vinyl collection so much, the 20th, 21st, 25th of September, big week I've had recently. 20th, I saw Rob Halford and the mighty Judas Priest in their 50-year tour. 21st, I saw Les Claypool and the boys of the best weirdo band ever, Primus, as they covered Rush's A Farewell to Kings as well. The 25th, I saw the Nine Masked Men of Slipknot at their festival, Knotfest. I saw multiple other bands. And I have a lot of concert footage. I tried my best to get a few. Knotfest, I actually didn't get footage of Slipknot and a lot of the later bands because I was too busy moshing and I ran out of phone reception. And what I can do to make up for that is I have some stories. It was the most beautiful disaster piece that is a Slipknot song. Go listen to Iowa. The album changed my life. It changed how I approach dealing with anger management issues. It's such a cathartic album. Listen to it. And I want to go over more of that in this video. So, first off, I wanted to say much love and respect to one of the band's lead singers, Mike Patton of Faith No More. Faith No More was supposed to play at Knotfest, and his other band, Mr. Bungle, who, like Faith No More, is now recently represented in my collection, which I'll get through that soon. They were going to perform a lot of shows, and they had to cancel because lead singer Mike Patton, a man of a noted 7-octave singing range, who is one of the craziest people alive. He's done video games. He's been in so many bands and projects. I know he's developed a caffeine addiction over the years. The dude drinks a lot of coffee. He's one of the most original, crazy inventors. First off, I wanted to represent a bit with one of my favorite albums by him, Angel Dust, and I'll talk about this soon. I wanted to simply say, yes, I am bummed I didn't get to see Mike Patton. Yes, the news hit me disappointingly. I was actually having a really bad day. I took a mental health day. I was so upset. I had to just decompress. And as I was really struggling, I had to find out the news that I wasn't going to get to see Faith No More. Actually, I was listening to Faith No More as I was walking home from getting a haircut and getting my car done. Ultimately, I will say this. One thing I can say about Mike Patton is, as I am now getting therapy, as I am now dealing with my issues up front, I want to say, Mike Patton, thank you for making this decision, King. I know you are probably having a tough time somewhere, and whatever issues you are dealing with, I sincerely hope you get through them, because you are beautiful, and I am rooting for you. You are a great lead singer, deserve the best wishes. And it inspired a lot of my thinking too, because I'm like, this man is in his 50s. He's definitely made a lot of money, and he's made a lot of people happy through his music and his success. And he could have taken the decision to just keep laboring through it, even though he's having these mental health issues. It doesn't make me think less of him that he paused for his mental health. It makes me even feel closer to the vocalist, because he made an executive decision to take care of his mental health. And I hope people who are older, 60, 70, know it's never too late to take care of yourself. Mike, best wishes. So, now that I got that out of the way, I wanted to talk about a few experiences I've had. Seeing Judas Priest on September 20th was a truly wonderful experience. Judas Priest actually represents an artist who I had a terrible mistake of constantly missing. But as I've seen this Judas Priest, so as I saw Judas Priest, something hit me like a wave. Rob Halford's 70, and Father Time is kind of having a hard time with him. So is he the singer he was in his prime, which was absolutely incredible, as he became a transcendent LGBTQ? Was he the singer he was as he became an icon for the LGBT community, one of the greatest figureheads in metal, and a true masterful singer? Not quite, but he's still better than most singers at their peak were in their prime. Dude's just belting out nasty operatic high-pitched vocals. He's singing low. He's singing songs throughout their entire career, because this is Judas Priest's 50th anniversary tour, and this album means so much to me. I'm so glad they played One Shot at Glory, the final track off it as their opener. I lost my mind singing along to that song. So many things are cool about Judas Priest's set, whether it be Rob Halford riding on a motorcycle, the really cool Tiger they had at the end of their set, the fact that they covered all their bases through every album, and just seeing these living legends finally. I'm glad I got to see Judas Priest before what seems to be coming, which is the end of their careers soon. Although I feel like Rob Halford's just not gonna die. As much as I love that, the next night it may have gotten even better. The next night, I saw the band that a lot of people are into other types of music question why I love them so much. The Famous Weirdos, led by legendary bassist Les Claypool, Primus. So I saw Primus as they were doing a tribute tour for Farewell to Kings, which is a Rush album, as we lost the great drummer Neil Peart during the early portion of 2020. It was actually winter before the pandemic got really bad in America and we all had to lock down. I'm still very sad to know that Neil Peart is no longer in this world. But Primus absolutely killed it covering the Rush album, and Primus was one of the better experiences of my concert life, because Primus did a lot of medley systems. They put in interludes of other songs in the middle of their songs, so it feels like they played more songs than they did because of these medleys. They played so many tracks I wanted. They played songs off this album, which I thought they left behind and underappreciated, but it was so beautiful to see it. I was so excited. Primus fans are the nicest and most weird people. Primus sucks. TM. Alas, though, the big one was Knotfest, where I got this cool shirt, which makes me seem like I listen to death metal. So just a few things. Did Knotfest live up to my expectations? It's complicated. Actually, Knotfest has recently made news, unfortunately, for criticisms they actually deserve. Let's have 2 water tents, 7 food vendors, for 30,000 people in a giant ass acre that holds a balloon field festival in Indianola, Iowa, which is just 30 minutes west of Des Moines. Basically, it's central Iowa, as Slipknot is from Des Moines. So let's have a shortage of water vendors and food vendors, 1 entrance to get in for all these people, which these are unacceptable conditions, unfortunately. And it did have a few consequences. I missed the first 2 bands. I missed seeing Corey Taylor's son play, and I'm still pissed about that. I've seen footage on YouTube. It's just, the wound still sucks. Actually, from there were a lot more issues. To tell you the truth, there were only a few sets that I got to get deep into the pit for. As a Gatecreeper, a really good death metal band from Arizona I really want to see, it was ending just as I was getting the gates. Turnstile, this great hardcore band from Baltimore, who I'm still trying to get their new album on vinyl. I missed the pre-order like an idiot. Between you and me, people collect still constantly make mistakes. It's okay. I'm learning. I'm getting better. Recently, I've had some huge wins. And I'm standing in line to get Liquid Death water in the middle of their set. The most mind-blowing thing is there were so many people on the Facebook page that are like, this is how all festivals are. No, this is not how all festivals are. You're just an asshole, buddy. Because why should people have to miss the bands they paid for? This was a $100 festival, and so many bands like Trivium, who I've seen twice, who I really enjoy their music, they're having a new album coming out. I basically missed their set standing in water lines for multiple hours. And basically, quite a few people left early because they couldn't take the dehydration or the fact that they didn't have enough food. I feel like the festival was dangerous enough to certain conditions. Say you were a diabetic, not the vibe. Say you had anxiety or crowd disorders, they're not taking care of you. Say you dealt with the fact that there were certain bands you wanted to see that weren't Slipknot. Some people went to the festival for other artists as opposed to Slipknot. It happens. Maybe Slipknot's just not for you. You just want to take advantage for other stuff. I have to say you were still put in a very tough situation. And the thing is, guys, we need to have more effort than that. I know, as festivals and as music sponsors, these people are still reeling from the pandemic as well. They are trying to rally and recover the concert industry as it has been locked down due to the coronavirus. But you can't accommodate that little. People shouldn't have to stand in lines to miss bands they paid to see. How did I handle it? Well, there's a few stories. During one of the early bands, Knocked Loose from Kentucky, I have a few footage of them, by the way. Moshing is how I handled it. A lot of the problems I was having, I handled it by moshing and getting a good mindset. Which I actually may do a video later on about pit etiquette, so you can see how I mosh and see how I avoid getting in trouble in the pit. Nextly, there was a situation where I witnessed some panic attacks and I witnessed some problems getting water. I realized I'm not okay. I don't know how to solve these issues. I don't know how to help my group. I don't know how to team player. So I went to look for one of my friends who was at the front during the previous band Trivium, because I wanted to see French metal band Gojira, who is the only band at the Knotfest lineup I have a record for. I need to get better at this. I'm working on it. I gotta get the vinyls of all the live bands I've seen. I'm getting there. That's gonna be my next priority the rest of this year. It's gotta be. I decided I'm pissed, I'm worried, and I know how I am when I get irritated. I know how anger spirals down for someone like me, and I realized I gotta mosh and have fun through this. I have to put this to positive use. Gojira's set blew me away. I moshed my way into a good mentality. And luckily, our group got our waters. Some guy handed me a blunt. Props. Yes, I am pro-cannabis. Yes, I encourage people to be respectful of other people who are pro-cannabis. And after that, strangely enough, the rest of the night went a lot better. I got to see Lamb of God for the third time as lead singer Randy Blythe climbed up a beam. Excellent. I saw the Suicide Boys, which for me that's actually big because I haven't really seen a lot of rap and hip hop live, and I really have wanted to. I got to see the final of the Big Four of Thrash, as I've seen Metallica, I've seen Anthrax, I've seen Slayer. I finally saw Dave Mustaine and Megadeth. And even though there were some mic issues, as Dave Mustaine's mic was way too quiet for my liking, I have to say I was pretty satisfied seeing some of their classics like Peace Sells, Holy Wars, Symphony of Destruction. They opened with Hangar 18. And I've heard so many of these songs playing the Guitar Heroes and the rock bands. I have so many memories. Slipknot. Okay, so one thing I would have to say as I've seen Slipknot live is I feel like the metal elitists seem to dislike the bands like Slipknot, who feel like they tailor the music to how it's going to sound live. But Corey and Co., the Nine Masked Men in their home state, ripped it up. Absolutely a carnival of chaos. Constantly moshing, me constantly moving, although I did have to step aside a bit because people were getting dehydrated from the water issues and they were trying to get out of the pit. You got to keep them safe. Don't make people mosh who don't want to, or else you're a douchebag. So, basically, the strategy to seeing Slipknot, I noticed I was mosh a little bit to some of their songs, such as Disaster Piece, People Equal Poop, the Heretic Anthem, Spit It Out, a lot of their classics that I really love. I especially love their first two records. The album Iowa Changed My Life. Can it please not be like $400 on vinyl? Please reissue it so I can talk about getting that pissed off masterpiece with people. There's a strategy to Slipknot. Mosh a little bit, and then look up to see the carnage right in front of you. You have to see what's going on stage. Like, there's a trick to my moshing. Mosh a bit, look at the stage. Mosh a bit, look at the stage. It's especially crucial during Slipknot. So, basically, as I saw a lineup of bands such as Trivium, Suicide Boys, Megadeth, Lamb of God, Gojira, Slipknot, Fever 333, Turnstile, Gate Creeper, the works. I guess the lesson of the concert for me is sometimes life is a crap sandwich. You gotta find the good parts during it. Some parts of life are delicious. I tried to make the best out of the worst, mosh my way into a good mindset. But I really hope that Mammoth, who was in charge of organizing Knotfest, is held accountable. It does make me happy to see these things in the news because we need to talk about them. You have to make a safe condition for every person who attends a concert. Someone shouldn't be punished for the fact that they have physical or mental health issues I might not have. Like, I don't have diabetes. I don't have to breastfeed a child. I may not have a severe bout of depression. And I admittedly made it through the end of the set, but not everyone's me, and we gotta take care of our fellow man, because that is metal as hell. All right, I just want to talk to you guys, tell you a few things, and go over some experiences. And next video, I'm going to show you the entire collection. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Irby Vinyl Hour. Cheers. Love y'all. Hope to see you soon.